Welcome back to our YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. There's something that is baffling me, and I don't know whether I'm the only person who is disturbed. In less than 2 weeks, the USA has warned William Ruto twice. At first, it was the Office of the Secretary of State, Antony Blinken. And in fact, Antony Blinken himself made a phone call to William Ruto. And he warned William Ruto against the use of excessive force on protesters. Now, as if that wasn't enough, Antony Blinken sent someone to represent him, and this is the U.S. representative on civilian security, democracy, and human rights, Uzra Zeya, I think, who is also working under the office of the Secretary of State. And she told William Ruto in no uncertain terms that you had made a promise to prosecute the police that was running havoc and mayhem on innocent people, and you need to keep that promise to prosecute them. And he warned against harassment of the police, harassment of journalists, and this happened just a day before William Ruto, witnessed the swearing in of the newly reconstituted cabinet, a cabinet that he says a broad-based government. And it also happening just a day before the much-hyped Nane Nane protest by Gen Zs. Many people, was trying to buy into the narrative that maybe the USA is ditching William Ruto. But I'm one person who I'm yet to be convinced that USA is on her way to abandoning William Samoei Ruto. Because if a nation that made you, and you know very well that they can, once I make you and can break you, that is the policy. USA made William Ruto. They presided over so that William Ruto could take over. They gave William Ruto his victory. And William Ruto understands very well that if they make you, they can break you. Now, if such a nation wants you on call, and then they follow it up with another meeting, then what do you expect? I expect William Samoei Ruto to take those orders. But ladies and gentlemen, what we witnessed yesterday is very far from what we expected. And this is why I'm telling you that I do not believe that USA is serious. Let us watch the event, just a few that took place yesterday, and you tell me whether the actions are intended with what William Ruto was expected to do by the USA. Kindly take a look.
Ole bro manzi. Oleni man. You get to see what's going on. That is that is watu wanashikwa, wakaingia Nation Center.
So when you look at the clips there, surely William Ruto is the commander-in-chief of all the armed forces, and all the policemen and women are working under his command. And so you would expect that when they're given, or when Ruto is given orders by US, he must obey those orders. But in that sense, he didn't. Begging the question, is he disobeying the people who gave him that power? Is he disobeying the superpower? The answer is very obvious. He cannot disobey US. He cannot disobey Joe Biden. So what is the other reason? Why would William Ruto still deploy policemen to harass people in the CBD? Because we have now eliminated the fact that he cannot disobey the USA. The only other answer is the USA is a hypocrite. Joe Biden is a hypocrite. By making a call and telling William Ruto that you need to respect human rights, and then following it up with I keep on forgetting with Uzra Zaya, that was cosmetic, if you ask me. It was done for cosmetic purposes. And in this video, I want to tell you only 3 reasons why USA is issuing threats to William Ruto, or rather warnings and telling that he needs to respect human rights. Kindly subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell. You do that, YouTube will always notify you whenever we release a video like this. Kindly give this video many likes so that it goes a long way in promoting the video. Again, thank you for your continued support. Ladies and gentlemen, there are only 3 reasons, if you ask me, why US is pretending to be so much concerned about the deaths of people on the street. Let us start by asking ourselves, William Ruto did not start, the police did not start, raining mayhem, killing and maiming people on the street today. During the Azimio protests, many people were killed. In Kisumu, they were removing and retrieving people from their houses, and they were killing them. Yet the USA was very quiet. In fact, what did they do? They gave William Ruto one of the highest accolades by inviting him for a state visit into White House. And that tells you that they approve of William Ruto's stature and everything that he does. During that very time, they decided, the US trade representative refused to meet Moses Kuria, who was the trade minister then. This tells you that they have a list of people in their blacklist who they do not want to meet. But William Ruto is their blue-eyed boy. Now, one of the reasons why they are pretending to be so much concerned about the deaths and harassment is because they are in bad books with the youths of Kenya. It is well known, that Meg Whitman was in Bomas. Many Kenyans have spoken about it. And she influenced. They were the people who were there to ensure that William Ruto got his victory. That is why Chebukati was full of himself. Chebukati knew very well that there was that protection. And knowing very well that when Jesus first went to the streets, they had warned the US embassy, they had warned the IMF, and they were next. And the US understand this. They have the best intelligence, one of the best in the world. So they understand the feelings, the mood of the people. And what do? They issue warnings so that when you look at them, you see, okay, US is warning William Ruto. Apart from just a warning, ladies and gentlemen, there needs to be action. Because the question that is always being asked, yes, you have issued warnings, there have been meetings. What if William Ruto declines to obey the warning like he did? He declined. So what happens? It is gone like that. They warned, people were still killed, people were still harassed, journalists were beaten. So what? Apart from the warning. So they want to be in good standing with the youths. They want Kenyans to feel that US is their friend. But let me tell you, US is not our friend. By now we know who is standing with the oppressed and who is standing with the oppressor. And that's my number one reason why I believe that all these warnings and all these are mere theatrics. Number two, US understands very well that whatever is happening in the country is being watched internationally. And the Cold War between the Eastern superpowers and the capitalists, the Western superpowers, is playing here. And I will give you an example. At the UN Security Council, a few weeks ago, China and Russia placed the blame where it belongs as far as the Haiti mess is concerned. And they said, they were asking, where do the gangs in Haiti get their weapons? And they said it very categorically that it is the USA that has left the borders. There is proliferation of guns from USA into Haiti so that the gangs get their guns and their weapons from there. And they told the USA, instead of creating all this mess, and you now know that our policemen are in Haiti trying to calm some mayhem that has been created by the USA. But China and Russia told of USA that you can't keep on making a lot of noise about this, yet you are responsible for this. So they know that sometimes this thing will reach the Security Council, and they will be questioned by the other superpowers why they are quiet when their president, because it is known when their president William Ruto is messing around the country. So they just speak to be on record, so that when this thing will reach certain quarters, they will say, we warned him, we called him, we followed it up with a meeting, yet there's nothing serious about it. William Ruto has accepted GMO in the country. LGBTQ, I keep on repeating, he's given them policemen to Haiti. He's still their darling. He does everything that they want. And ladies and gentlemen, this is why I want to tell you that Joe Biden is still being exposed. I'm one person who has refused to believe that USA is soon ditching William Ruto. Because apart from words, we need to follow all this with actions. What action are they taking against William Samoei Ruto? They won, people are still being killed. People are still being maimed. People are harassed. So what is the essence of issuing warnings, yet they can't be obeyed, and when they are not obeyed, there's no any action taken? And this is why I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, that something is wrong, and we cannot be hoodwinked that the US will ditch William Ruto. These people will work together, and even in 2027, I fear that they may just force him in as for a second term as the sixth president. I need someone to convince me and persuade me otherwise. But from where I sit, William Ruto and Joe Biden is one thing. He will perpetuate all these atrocities. Police will do everything, but there's nothing that will be done. And that's my take.